People often ask me, Alex, how did you stop stuttering? How long did it take? Where did you start? Today I will tell you my full story, the real story, not the pretty version, the one with failures, frustration, and finally breakthrough. This is how I went from stuttering every day to speaking freely, and I hope my story will show you that it's possible for you too. It all started back in 2008. I was spending hours and hours on the internet, reading forums, websites, articles, anything I could find about stuttering. Then I found something exciting, a website that promised stop stuttering in 3 days, live stutter free. I was amazed. 3 days? That sounds incredible, I thought. This is it, the solution I've been looking for. Hmm. But I didn't sign up right away. I was cautious. I spent 3 more years just reading forums. Every day, 1 to 3 hours, just reading, collecting information. It's about Roman Snishko and unedited services, of course. I thought, maybe I can figure it out myself, for free. There must be a secret, some trick that will fix everything. I read hundreds of traders' posts advice, and sometimes I did find something useful, a small insight, a technique that worked for a few minutes, sometimes for 2 or 3 hours. My speech would become 70–80% smoother. I would feel amazing. I thought, yes, I did it. I fixed myself for free. Hmm. And then it would stop working. The stutter came back, and I felt even worse than before because I had hope and then I lost it. There is saying to avoid disappointment, don't get your hopes up. But I kept hoping and I kept falling. Finally, in February 2012, I decided I signed up for that 3 day course. The price was about $200. Paid in full, upfront, no instant mode. I knew I might not be fully cured, but I thought even if I improve by 50% or 70%, it would be change my life. Better job, better relationships, better quality of life. And that time I had no other options. So I invested and I went. The course was 3 days. We spent a lot of time talking about the psychology of stuttering. They explained that stuttering is not a disease, that it's learned behavior, that we can unlearn it. There were no magical tricks, no magic hats or word techniques. I know some people talk about that, but I didn't see any of it. We used two main techniques, simple but effective, and we did a lot of work with the dictionary. I bought a huge English-Russian dictionary, 120,000 words. I still have it 20 years later. Hmm. We worked on reading, retelling, preparing speeches. We practiced alone, one word at a time. There was very little actual conversation, maybe a few dozen sentences over 3 days, and I still stuttered during those conversations, but less, much less, 2 or 3 times less. On the last day, I said goodbye to the teacher, and I still had 2 speech blocks. 2 stutters in my goodbye, but I managed to get through them, and I wasn't disappointed because I could feel the difference. Even on the day I was stuttering much less, sometimes just as much, but most of the time noticeably less. That gave me hope, real hope, not blind hope. The teacher told me, "You've got the idea. You are free now." But I knew I wasn't free yet. There was still work to do. Yes, it's about Ethelon program from Roman Snishko and an editor, of course. For the next 2 3 months, I continued working on my own. I practiced every day, pulling myself out of the stuttering swamp by my own effort. It was one of the most memorable struggles of my life. I thought, I will do whatever it takes. I won't go back to the way I was before. And you know what? The first 2 weeks were difficult, but then it started getting easier, and then it became fun. I started getting excited. Every time I had a conversation, I thought, what if this time I don't stutter at all? And sometimes it worked. Whole sentences without any blocks, even whole dialogues. That feeling, that joy, it kept me going. It motivated me. Now, I know that some people who took the course didn't get the same results. Some say their teacher was a fraud, that the course was useless. But here is my honest take. The course does work, but different people get different information. And more importantly, different people take different action. Many people try for a week or two, see no perfect results and give up. They tell themselves, I guess it's not for me. I'm just not meant to speak fluently. And when you tell yourself that, you kill your own future. You bury your chance at fluent speech. Amen.